Hello everyone. In this video we'll explain the concept of design of double block or double shoe brake. I suggest you to go through my previous video on design of single shoe brake before watching this video. So according to VTU syllabus it comes under module 4, chapter name design of clutches and brakes. Under brakes there are two types of brakes, block brake and band brake. So under block brake again there are two types, single block brake and double block brake. Single block brake concept I explained in my previous video. So in this video we'll solve problems under double block brake. Double block brake, it is similar to single block brake in design procedure as well as in construction, but the only difference is there will be two blocks compared to single block brake. Here two blocks are provided on either side of drum as shown in figure. Design procedure. In first step, calculate what is the torque transmitted using equation 9.55 into 10 raised to 6 P by N. Here P is power transmitted and N is RPM or RPM of drum. Step number 2, calculate tangential force. Since there are two blocks here, we have to calculate what is the tangential force in left shoe as well as in right shoe. To calculate this Ft value, refer page number 267, identify the right diagram, then use appropriate equation to find out Ft1 as well as Ft2. Here Ft1, this is by considering left shoe, Ft2 is by considering right shoe. Then equate torque value that you obtained in step number 1. So T is equal to Ft1 plus Ft2 into R. In single block brake, we had only one Ft value, so we used equation T is equal to Ft into R. But in double block brake, there are two blocks, therefore equation will be Ft1 plus Ft2 into R. But remember, if 2 theta value is greater than 60, first we have to find out what is mu dash value. After calculating mu dash, wherever mu comes, we have to substitute mu dash value. We have to substitute mu dash only when 2 theta is greater than 60 degree. Mu dash value you can obtain from equation number 13.16 m. So equation is given by mu dash is equal to mu into 4 sin theta divided by 2 theta plus sin 2 theta. This procedure is similar to single block brake. After that, in step number 3, since there are two blocks again, we have to find out Fn1 and Fn2. Here Fn1 corresponds to left shoe and Fn2 corresponds to right shoe. To calculate Fn1, use equation Ft1 by mu, and to find out Fn2, use equation Fn2 is equal to Ft2 divided by mu. Again, if 2 theta is greater than 60 degree, instead of mu, we have to use mu dash. Then design of shoe, we have to calculate length of the shoe as well as width of the shoe. To calculate length of the shoe, equation is L is equal to 2R sin theta. This equation is not available in data and book. Also, you can find out width of the shoe using equation F maximum divided by LP. Here Fn maximum, from previous step we have two Fn value, Fn1 and Fn2. Out of Fn1 and Fn2, identify which is the maximum value. That maximum value we have to substitute here, divided by L into P, where P is pressure. If it is not given in the question, you can assume P to be around 0.2 Newton per mm square. Then design of lever. To design lever, use bending equation M by I is equal to sigma by C. Here I is, we are assuming that this lever it's of rectangular cross section, so I value BHQ by 12. Here B and H value from previous step, C is equal to H by 2. Sigma value will be given in question. If it is not given in question, you can assume C40 material, and from data and book you can get sigma for C40 material. Assume factor of safety around 3, therefore sigma working is equal to sigma y divided by factor of safety. For C40 material, sigma y is 324. You can assume factor of safety around 3. Therefore, sigma working will be 324 divided by 3. You will get answer 108 Newton per mm square. So, sigma value will be 108 Newton per mm square provided C40 material and factor of safety 3. So, from this equation, you can calculate different dimensions of lever, then calculate heat generated. This procedure is similar to single block brake. Use equation mu P A into V, where P into A is equal to Fn. Therefore, equation will become, since there are two blocks, mu into Fn1 into V plus mu into Fn2 into V, where V is pi dn by 60,000. This is equation number 13.24H in your data handbook. So we'll solve one problem directly. Figure shows a double shoe brake on a drum diameter of 320 mm. Angle of contact of each shoe is 110 degree. Brake has to absorb 10 kW at 1000 rpm. Design the brake and determine spring force. The brake lever is rectangular cross section where height is 3 times its width and mu value 0.42. This diagram is given in the question. Here, go through first sentence of the question. Drum diameter. So, diameter of this drum is given, that is capital letter D, that is 320 mm. Angle of contact 2 theta is equal to 110 degrees. Since it is greater than 60, we have to find out mu dash in this problem. Brake has to absorb 10 kW, so P is given, power is given 10 kW, N value 1000 rpm. Mu value 0.42 is given and height is 3 times width. Therefore, I can write it like H is equal to 3 into B. Now refer page number 267. Depending on the position of Ft, identify whether this given diagram matches with figure A or figure B or figure C in the data handbook. So this diagram, when you compare with diagrams in page number 267, so the direction of Ft will be acting in between shoe and drum, and the direction of Ft will be in the direction of rotation. Here drum is rotating in clockwise direction, so direction of Ft will be this one, and here direction of Ft will be towards downward, and Fn1 and Fn2 will be acting from center of drum towards shoe. So here in this problem, Ft lies away from center of drum and fulcrum point, or fulcrum lies in between Ft and center of drum. Therefore, it matches with figure number C in data handbook. By comparing these figures, A value, it's 400 mm, A is 400, this one has to be A, B is 300 mm, and C value will be 160 mm minus 60 mm. So C is 100 mm. So you can refer this diagram. C is the distance between fulcrum and periphery of this drum. So from center to periphery, radius is 160 mm minus this 60 mm. So 160 minus 60, that will give you C value. So in this diagram, C value you will get 100 mm. So as per the procedure, in first step, calculate what is the torque transmitted. Power is given, N is given. Find out torque transmitted. Since 2 theta is greater than 110 degree, here 2 theta is 110 degree, which is greater than 60 degree. Therefore, you have to find out mu dash value. So here, to find out mu dash, use equation 13.16 m. Theta is 55 degree. In sin theta, theta should be in degree, whereas here in 2 theta, theta should be in radian. Mu value it's given in question. Here in bracket it is given that ft lies in between fulcrum and center. It's a wrong sentence. Here it has to be fulcrum lies in between ft and center of drum. Therefore, this figure matches with figure number C in data and book. So calculate mu dash now. After substituting all the values, remember here in denominator theta should be in radians, so multiply by pi by 180. You will get theta mu dash value 0.48126. Then consider left shoe first. In left shoe, there are two equations in data and book, one for clockwise rotation, second one for counterclockwise rotation. Identify which equation you have to use. To identify that, again you have to follow same procedure what you did in single block brake. Here in this diagram, compare the direction of F and direction of rotation. Direction of rotation and F, it is in same direction, therefore use counterclockwise equation. This is because even in data and book, for counterclockwise rotation, direction of force and direction of rotation is same. In this equation, equation number 13.17e, Ft is unknown. We know A and B, also mu dash, C are known. Substitute all the values. You will get Ft in terms of F. Both F and Ft are unknown here. So you will get Ft1 as 1.3375 F. Now consider right shoe. In right shoe, again compare the direction of force and direction of rotation. Here direction of force and direction of rotation are opposite to each other. So this diagram if you refer, direction of rotation is towards right side, direction of force is towards left side. These two are opposite to each other, so you use a clockwise equation. Equation is 13.17d. Again in this equation, A, B, mu dash and C values are known. F and Ft are unknown. So write Ft2 in terms of F. So this Ft1 by considering left shoe, Ft2 by considering right shoe. Now total torque is equal to Ft1 plus Ft2 into R. Here torque value is known. Substitute Ft1 and Ft2. You will get actuating force, which is also known as spring force. So here F value you will get 258.926 Newton. After getting F value, find out what is Ft1 and Ft2. In next step, calculate normal force on left shoe as well as on right shoe. To find out normal force on left shoe, equation is Ft1 by mu dash. On right shoe, Ft2 by mu dash. Both Ft1, Ft2 and mu dash are known. Therefore, you can directly find out values of Fn1 and Fn2. Next step, design of shoe. To calculate dimensions of shoe, this equation you have to remember. Length of the shoe is equal to 2r sin theta, where r is radius of drum 160 mm and theta is 55 degree. You will get length of the shoe. Length you will get 262 mm. After that find out width of the shoe. Even this equation is not available in data and book. Equation is Fn maximum divided by L into P. So here maximum Fn is, I am having two Fn 720 and 520. Here 720 is maximum value. So in this equation we have to substitute 720.2 mm, L 262 and P is not given in question. Therefore assume P is equal to 0.2 Newton per mm square. So width of the shoe you will get answer 13.74 mm. You can round it off to 14 mm. Then design of lever. First I need to find out m value. So m is given by force into distance. Again refer this diagram. So force into distance is A plus B. I am taking moment about fulcrum point. So moment is given by F into A plus B. Same procedure is shown here. F into A plus B. So moment value you will get After that, I told you we have to use bending equation, m by I is equal to sigma by c. Here m value you have to take moment, I value bh cube by 12, relationship between b and h is given in question, substitute, simplify, you will get I is equal to 27b to the power 4 by 12. Since it is rectangular cross section, c will be h by 2. Now sigma value is pending. Assume C40 material, factor of safety 3. For C40, sigma y is 324 Newton per mm square. Therefore, sigma working will be 108 Newton per mm square. Substitute all the values in bending stress equation. You will get width of the lever as 10 mm. Therefore, height is 3 times width. So, height will be 30 mm. Last step, calculate heat generated. Again, since there are two blocks or two shoes, we have to find out what is heat generated in left shoe, heat generated in right shoe. Add those two, that will be the total heat generated. To find out heat generated in left shoe, you can use equation mu Fn into V. This is equation number 13.24a. Mu value is known, mu dash we have to substitute. Fn1 is known. Velocity is pi dn by 60,000. You will get h1. After that, calculate what is heat generated in right shoe. Here instead of Fn1 we have to substitute Fn2. You will get heat generated in right shoe. Add heat generated in left shoe and right shoe. You will get total heat generated. We'll move to second problem. A double block brake as shown in figure. The drum rotates at 200 rpm. Applied force is 1000 Newton. Mu is 0.25. Determine first sub-question braking torque, second power lost as heat, amount of heat generated. So these three things you have to find out. So here diagram is given. This is the given diagram. So first refer page number 267. Identify this given diagram matches with whether diagram A, B or C. After that, note down different given values. Here n value is given 200 rpm. Applied force or spring force or actuating force, these are similar, capital letter F. F is 1000 Newton. Mu value 0.25. 2 theta is equal to 50 degree. It is given in the diagram. Here 2 theta is equal to 50 degree. Theta value is not given in the question, but it is given in the diagram. Therefore, 2 theta is equal to 50. Theta value will be 25. We need not take mu dash in this problem, as 2 theta is less than 60 degree. Diameter of drum is 500 mm. Therefore, radius will be 250 mm. First, find out what is value of force. Here F value is unknown, force is unknown. To find out this F value, force value, applied force, you have to take moment about this point. So here moment is given by this vertical force into perpendicular distance. So 1000 into 100 is equal to F into perpendicular distance. So 1000 into 100 is equal to F into 50. When you equate this, you will get F value 2000 Newton. Remaining procedure is similar to previous problem. First, consider left shoe. Refer page number 267. Identify whether it matches with figure A, B or C. Here in left shoe, Ft passes through fulcrum. Ft will be acting here. Ft passes through fulcrum, so it matches with figure A in data book. Therefore, F is given by Ft1b mu into A plus B. Equation number 13.17a. Calculate Ft1 here. Then consider right shoe. Identify whether it matches with figure A, B or C. It matches with figure number B because, so this diagram if you consider, Ft lies in between center of drum and fulcrum point. Since Ft lies in between center of drum and fulcrum point, it matches with figure B. and identify whether clockwise equation is to be used or counterclockwise equation. To identify that, we have to consider direction of rotation and direction of force. Here drum rotates in counterclockwise direction, so direction of rotation and direction of force are towards left side, means it is acting towards same direction. Therefore use equation counterclockwise equation, equation number 13.17c. You will get Ft2 value, then find out total torque is equal to Ft1 plus Ft2 into R. All the values are known here. Find out torque value. After calculating torque value, we have to find out what is power lost. Power lost is given by equation T is equal to 9.55 into 10 raised to 6 P by N. Find out what is power lost. You will get answer 10.82 kilowatt. Then amount of heat generated. In left shoe it is given by mu into Fn1 into V. Right shoe mu into Fn2 by V, where Fn1 is equal to Ft1 by mu and Fn2 is equal to Ft2 by mu. Ft1 and Ft2 are known, therefore all the values are known here. Velocity is given by pi d n by 60,000. Diameter and n values are known. Calculate what is total amount of heat generated. So that completes solution of second problem. One homework problem is given here. You can go through this problem. Thank you.